Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are doing great. It's been a wonderful day. Just got back from a distance board plan over in Walla Walla, Washington for the Hoover team, and they had the best night they've ever had. 30 plus people at their plan, tons of guests, tons of excitement. Energy level was at an all time high. It was just fantastic. So I'm on one, riding a wave. It's a bit late, but just I want to take a couple minutes to share with you some insights and some downloads that I've been getting lately that I think might make a difference for you. We spend a lot of time on these huddles talking about technique and a lot of time talking about mechanical fundamentals. I want to take a little different route with you tonight. I want to talk to you about what it takes to stay the path. I've seen so many people catch a dream and catch a vision to want to build their business, to provide for their family, to change the legacy of anybody that bears their name, to be a great man, a great woman, to be someone to remember, right? To be something valuable, to be able to make an impact, and maybe break the chains of mediocrity, maybe break the chains of addictive behavior, maybe break the chains of abuse. And I see so many people, they catch a dream and they want to do something great. They're on fire for it, but something seems to stop them. And I'm going to call that the ecosystem of disconnection. All right? Because if you've ever studied, let's just use war as an example. One of the great tactics in war is called divide and conquer. And the idea is the first thing they do in war, military tactics, not that I'm an expert in this, but what I've been told is they take out communication. Because if they can break off communication, then they've divided the troops, and then no one really knows who's up, who's down, who's winning, who's losing. And it creates fear and it creates doubt, and they can then be conquered. I think that happens a lot in relationships when there's a breakdown in communication. Then things have happened to create a disconnect, and as a result, all kinds of imaginations happen. So I want to talk to you about some of the tactics of the ecosystem of disconnection. Some people call it an orphan spirit. Some people call it being powerless. Some people would call it a low self-image. Some people would be lack of identity. There's a lot of different terms for it, but basically it all has the same result, and that result is a disconnection. And this is what happens when people really begin to fall down. They go through these five things that happen so common that it ultimately leads to their demise. It ultimately leads to their departure from the business, or if not departure, it slows them down to a point where they're powerless. And what I mean by that is that there's no authority in their word. There's no conviction in what they're saying. There's no real passion or fire, because they've been kind of torn down because of these belief systems. And so the first thing that happens when we start going through this ecosystem of disconnection is we separate ourselves from the concept of love. This is how you know that you're on your way to a season of disconnection, is that you take love out of the equation. I know that sounds a bit fluffy, but bear with me because it's very important. One of the tools of things or forces or people, and of course I'm a Christian, so I'm gonna certainly cite a lot of things I believe from my faith. And if you have a different faith, obviously we're totally respectful of that. However, I'm not going to be what I'm not. But one of the tools that I believe that happens in this disconnection is to separate us from the fact that we are loved, and that love is the centerpiece. That we are loved by our God. We are loved by our family. We begin to measure things, calculate it. We begin to say they don't really love me, or I don't deserve their love, or I'm unworthy of their love, or how could they love a wretch like me, or I don't know if I love them. And we create this separation between what's gone on and the core issue of the fact that we're family, and we're going to do this, and we're going to stick together, and we're going to do life. And if you have family, you know what family means, right? It means whether they've got major issues or not, they're family. No one's going to change that's your brother. No one's going to change that's your parent. Even though they may be so twisted and so messed up, it's still family. And you're always constantly hoping that they'll have that revelation and breakthrough. But what happens is when we're judging people, then they're getting the message that they're not loved. And when we think we're being judged, or when we think that we're not worthy, we're taking the love word out. And all I can tell you is that is a tool of disconnection. The second thing that happens is we tend to start blaming. And so when we blame, we don't own. When we don't own, we have no power or control over things. We have now got the uncontrollables, right? And one of the things we teach in most business and sports is to control the controllables. And then we let the uncontrollables go. Well, if we're blaming others for everything that's gone on, if we blame God for everything that's happened, it's his fault, he's the reason, well, then it's out of our control. There's nothing we can do. I'm a victim. I'm powerless to this. And that is part of the ecosystem disconnection, because if I can't change it, then I'm going to give up. I'm just going to go hide, right? They don't love me, or I don't love them. I don't, have that feeling anymore. And so as a result, I'm going to begin to blame. Or people are blaming me, and I'm going to take ownership of that blame because you said I did this and I feel this way, or they say, oh, you make me feel this way, and you begin to own that, which you don't make anybody feel anything. People choose to have feelings and emotions. No one makes you mad. No one makes you feel anything. You choose to feel every emotion. If you don't own this, folks, then you're at mercy of things coming at you. And we are not victims. We are not powerless. We have the ability to dictate our lives from our position of grace, of honor, and of love. And if we begin to blame, then we can't fix. So stop blaming, okay? The third thing that happens is begin to look for answers in all the wrong places, right? We're disconnected. So since I'm disconnected, I'm going to go drink. Since I'm disconnected, I am going to flirt. Since I'm disconnected, I am going to eat myself to oblivion. Since we're disconnected, I am going to play video games, and I'm going to stay up all night eating nachos, drinking Diet Coke, and playing videos. We begin to look for fulfillment in all the wrong places, right? So when we start going down this ecosystem of disconnection, right, we begin to block the love, right? Then we blame others, and then we move into this mode of, well, this makes me feel better, so I'm going to go listen to music. I'm going to go do my hobbies. I'm going to go do me, right? We look for healing in all the wrong places, and it typically leads to more disconnect. It oftentimes could lead to more shame or more guilt or condemnation, or it could lead to behavioral issues that make you feel less powerful, less strong. Like if I got drunk, or got craziness, or I ate myself for 3 weeks and I just got huge and I just went nut and that, and all of a sudden it begins to affect my self-image. This is a big thing, and this is part of what feeds this continual spiral of disconnection. So if you find yourself saying, well, I don't know if really love's real, and it's kind of their fault or this fault, or why God, why are you doing this to me, all of a sudden you find yourself in this spiral. The fourth thing is you begin to create confusion, distance, and disconnection between those that truly love you. We isolate. We shut down. We say things like, well, you don't understand. Or, hey, this is my own private battle, and I need to deal with this. Or, thanks, but no thanks. You just don't really understand since you haven't been in my shoes. And so we begin to block off any positive input from those that truly love us. And this is really kind of the beginning of the end. That if you shut the heart down, you got this blaming. If they didn't do this, if that didn't happen, this didn't happen, right? And so since that's happening, I'm going to go do this and this and this. And now when someone comes in to help, you're going to cut yourself off from these people because I just don't want to hear it right now. I need to be by myself, and I just need to deal with stuff. And this causes us to move into the fifth level of disconnection, and that's despair. We begin to create a pain body. We begin to create an identity in pain and in grief and in sorrow. And we begin to say things like, I could never overcome this. But the fact is, it's already been overcome. It's already been dealt with. It's already been covered. You are 100% healed. You are amazing. You are beautiful. There's nothing you can't do. But if you don't believe that, then I'm speaking Swahili to you. You think I'm speaking some foreign language. How can you say it? You don't know my situation. Well, I don't know what your faith is, but my faith, God says that when Christ took the cross, he took it for everything past, present, and future, and that was 2,000 years ago, so everything happening now is future. So what I'm saying, without getting too preachy with you, is that you're loved. And there's no sense in living in this depression. No sense in living in this despair. It doesn't help you to hide and disconnect from people that really love you. It doesn't help you to start looking for all the answers in all the wrong places. It doesn't help you to start blaming people. And it doesn't serve you to create a wedge between the truth and love. These 5 things, if you are experiencing these things, guys, in your life, I want you to really think about this, okay? Because what I'm talking about here today is not necessarily building your business. This is about building your life. This is about getting to a point where you can be strong again. This is about putting you in a position where you can actually begin to make some impact in your life. Because once this ecosystem of disconnection, it's just a cycle. It feeds itself again and again and again and again and again. It's like in a relationship in that book called Love and Respect. You act unloving, so my response, I'm going to be disrespectful. And since you disrespected me, I'm going to act unloving. And since you acted unloving, I'm going to be disrespectful. And since you're disrespectful, I'm acting unloving. You see the cycle around and around and around. Because everybody thinks that my actions are justified by your actions. And that is completely a victim, disconnection, orphan spirit mindset. When you begin to blame your choices on someone else, it's wrong. No one makes you do anything. I said, you make me mad. No, they don't. You decide to get mad. You could choose not to be mad. You could choose to look at them and have a conversation about being powerful or powerless. You could have a conversation about grace and honor and excellence and identity and promotion. You could have conversations that lead to breakthrough, or you could get mad. There's lots of choices. Life is a choice. And if you choose to get mad, that's on you. No one makes you mad. Now, does that mean people don't do hurtful things? No. Does that mean people aren't mean? No. Does that mean things don't get up in your stuff a little bit? No, I'm not saying that. But anger is a choice. Grace is a choice. Love is a choice. Disconnection is a choice. And if you are going to be in a people business like we're in, guess what you got to learn to do? Love them anyways. Connect with them anyways. Believe in them anyways. Associate with them and to help them find a way to find grace. Now, some people need professional help. And I'm not talking about things like massive physical abuse or massive addictions. I'm not talking about people that need professional help. But most times that's not the case. It's not professional help that's required. It's just simple help. It's love when they expect to be unloved. It's grace when they expect to be condemned. It's connecting deeper when they expect to be cut off. It's learning how to react in a way that expresses that you're important to me and I love you. Now, this isn't just marriages. This isn't just kids. This is learning how to build a lifelong legacy of impacting people's lives, of doing something truly great with yourself. What I want to see you be is bold and confident and courageous. I want you to be significant. I want you to be full of joy. I want you to be full of celebration. I want you to have so much love in your cup that's flowing on everybody around you. I want you to be so full of energy and conviction and passion for people that you release it into the atmosphere just by your presence, just by being around. People feel better and happier. Well, you know how you do that? You got to break off those 5 tactics of disconnection, because the disconnection is from love. The disconnection is from grace. The disconnection is from hope. The disconnection is from favor. The disconnection is from people. And those are tools of an enemy that wants to divide and conquer. Divides you from the people, divides you from love, divides you from hope, divides you from grace, and keep you in a spirit of condemnation and disconnection. Guys, we are in an amazing business together where it is completely based upon our ability to connect. To go high, you got to go deep. So if we are living in this disconnection, how can we ever go deep? How can anybody ever see what's going on inside of me if I'm hiding because I'm in this disconnect hide mode? We got to get set free from those things. So here's the keys to getting set free. Number 1, you need to know who you are. You need to this is called self-image. Some people call it identity. But the bottom line is you need to know who you are. And I could spend hours on this subject, but I won't, just for the sake of time tonight. And maybe it's a simple, overstated thing to say, well, know who you are. But what that means is you're a winner. You're a warrior. You're a champion. You're a lover. You have favor in your life. You have grace in your life. You have incredible friends, incredible business, incredible opportunity. Who are you? You're an amazing human being made to do great things. And every time you go through things, it's because you're being promoted, right? Why do we prune the bushes? To get rid of anything that inhibits growth. And when do we prune? Just before the greatest season of growth. So this is the whole concept. When you know who you are, then you move into stage 2. You know what stage 2 is? Authority. Authority, what does that mean? You have the authority. When you know who you are, then what you do has some impact behind it, right? It's kind of like solid ground. Once I have solid ground, I can make a cut. I can go left. I can go right. I can lift. I can move. I can create leverage because I know I'm on solid ground. Well, solid ground in my spirit mind is I know who I am. And when I know who I am, I know the authority that I carry. I know that I'm powerful. I know that I have the right to dictate my life. I know that I got a God that loves me and that He was for me, and I have a huge future ahead of me. Whatever your faith happens to be, when you know who you are, what you do makes perfect sense, right? Two best days: day you're born, day you know why you were born, your authority. And so your authority leads you to step 3, and that is your mission. That's when you know why you were put here on earth. You know who you are, you know the command and authority you have, and now you receive your mission, your calling. It's that answer to Martin Luther King's question, the greatest question, most pressing question in a man's heart is, what will be my contribution? You know your mission. And the 4th step is you get to work. You co-labor with love. You co-labor with hope. You co-labor with grace. You co-labor with people that love you. You get involved and you roll up your sleeves and you get to work, because nothing's going to get done until you get it done. But you do it with peace. Co-laboring does not mean grind. Co-labor means working from a position of rest. There's a peace over you. There's an abundance mindset. It's already been done. It's already been worked out. I'm just simply going through the steps necessary. I'm already a diamond. I'm already free. I'm already making an impact. I'm already a millionaire. I'm already generous. I'm already prosperous. I'm already in the mode of making a huge impact. You've got to have that mindset, which will give you the strength to go when maybe your body says stop. And so when you get emotion, you get into step 5, and this is where you stay. What's step 5? Correction. Correction means what? It means I'm going to move from conscious incompetence to conscious competence. I am going to learn as I go. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to make mistakes, and I'm going to evaluate, I'm going to learn, I'm going to adjust, and I'm going to move. And I'm going to recognize that failure and challenges have a royal purpose. You know what that royal purpose is? Connection, right? Empathy is one of the most powerful things we have, right? Not sympathy, empathy. Empathy means I know how you feel. Well, you know I know how you feel? Because I've been through it. And if I've never been through anything, then how can I have any true, genuine empathy? So the idea of going out there and making mistakes again and again and again, you can always say, don't worry about it, bro. I made the same mistake, right? I'm out fishing on my boat, and a guy loses a fish, says, oh, don't worry, I've lost that fish. Or they break off a line and snaps the thing off, oh, don't worry, I made that mistake. Or they're trolling along and not making sense, and they catch a cannonball on the bottom and rip it off and break all your gear. And what do you say? Oh, done that one too. You can't get mad when you're with people that are making the same mistakes you made. They're just going through a learning curve. It creates a compassion. Compassion means to what? Passion to suffer, calm is with. So to suffer with. It creates this connectivity that I'm with you. You're not alone, right? We're going to co-labor together, and we're going to make adjustments as we go. If you're afraid to make a mistake, you're never going to win. You got to be willing to get out there and dig it up and fall down and get back up. What's that line from Batman? Why do we fall? So we learn how to get back up. Right? When things are broken, they're mended stronger. That's the whole concept of pruning, right? Prune what's preventing growth so it will grow. So when you're going through correction, when you're going through things that aren't going right, that's your opportunity to learn, right? You're exactly where you need to be to learn exactly what you need to know to get exactly what you've asked for. So if you're in the middle of something, if you think there's some disconnection, if you're hiding, if you're feeling unloved, if you're feeling unloving, if you're blaming somebody, guess what? You're learning the thing you need to learn. It's not about remorse. It's not about feeling bad about being there. It's not about, oh man, I got to suck it up, buttercup, and get to work, and I got to figure this out. This isn't about being tougher. This is about the truth, and the truth is you're being prepared for greatness. You're being prepared to lead thousands of people. You're being prepared to leave a generational impact that anybody ever bears your name. You're being prepared to be a multimillionaire and to handle that favor, so it doesn't corrupt you and ruin you when you become wealthy. Because a lot of people get destroyed by fame and fortune, by popularity and this whole fan thing, or so much money that it leads them to a mindset. And I certainly went through seasons of that. So the idea here is, when you know who you are, it gives you an authority to get about your mission, to co-labor with love and the people and powers in your life, that you can handle the correction as you move things, as you move through things. So, guys, what this is about is helping you be great. It's about helping you become confident again. Because I think too many people are measuring themselves on what they've done. And the only purpose of what's been done is to prepare you for something greater. Not to over celebrate, not to ignore, but also for sure not to make you walk in any shame and condemnation, right? Guilt is I did something wrong, shame is I am something wrong. And that's the problem, is when guilt moves to shame. So what we want to do, guys, if you're suffering from any kind of disconnection, if any of those 5 things are true in your life, did I just ask you, hit us up in a private message and let us walk you through it. If you're not sure how to take these 5 tools and put them to work in your life, can you hit us up with a private message or get your leader and mentor and get some help with these things? Because you are awesome. And this world needs you to win. It needs you to be successful. It needs you to be significant. I was seeing this team tonight. It said people in this world that maybe don't even know it and you don't know it, but are waiting for you to win. Because your success releases them from any excuses or bondage or ecosystem of disconnection. Your victory is their ticket out of bondage. And if you don't go, they won't. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm not trying to be a travel agent booking guilt trips. I love that saying. That's that line from Kurt Go. What I'm about is empowering you to get to grips with who you are, the authority that comes with, the mission that you will then receive and be called to co-labor with the proper resources to overcome the challenges of correction. When you get these 5 pieces working for your life, guys, there is nothing you can't do. Because everything you're doing has been predestined for you by that loves you. You guys are great. We have an unbelievable future. I'm blessed to be working with you. I'm so fired up about where we're going as an organization and all of you around the world. Those 5 keys to dysfunction, take some time. Just get honest with yourself. Just get honest with yourself. Have you blocked the love out of your life? Let's open that back up. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's anger. We gotta get through it. Let's get through it. Are you blaming other people for what's going on in your life? Is it somebody else's fault? Are you hiding from those that really love you? What's going on that's making you feel so disconnected? Because I promise you, if you want to make an impact, you got to make contact. And you're not going to make contact disconnected. You're not going to go deep if you can't get open with people. I'm not trying to scare you. I want you to be great. I find people that are very shy, that live in great disconnection, almost everyone I talk to, they don't want to be. They feel like they're in an invisible jail, and the jail is of their mind. And they're caught up in other people's opinions because they don't know the true opinion of who they are, of greatness, and the authority, and the mission, and the co-labor, and the opportunity to move through changes in life. You guys are great. You're my family. I want you to win so bad, but you're going to have to go through the steps. How do I know that? I did. I went through it hard. It was rough. It took me some time. It may not take you a long time. They may be small steps. Maybe what you need is a friend. The biggest thing I prayed for on a regular basis, and I was going through my hardest times, I need a friend. I need someone that understands grace. I need understands love. I need someone to walk me through finding me because I didn't know. Well, the good news is we're right here. Maybe it's Shelly. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's Brad or Kim. I don't know. I don't know who it is, but find them, right? They're out there. There's so many great people that love you. Peter McKenna was one of the greatest healing sources in my life, and I barely knew the man, but he represented something to me called love and grace that I'd never seen before, right? Maybe it's Bill. Get some help. Ask him. Sit down with him. Can you help me? I don't want to be disconnected. I don't want to live in this condemnation. I want to know who I am. I want to act under authority. I want to live high. I want to be an impact player. I want to make a difference. Get some help, guys. It's okay. My God, we've all been there. Whoever's going to send you this video, I guarantee you, if they were honest, they said, I'm there. I've been stuck there. Maybe I'm stuck there right now. Let's go together and grow and change. Maybe you got to get with me. I don't know. I'm not trying to make myself busier, but I'm thinking to make myself available because my mission in life is for people to know who they are and the authority and the mission that carries with it. We're going to do great things, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hope makes an impact. These are long subjects. Each of those 10 keys could be 2-hour talks themselves, but we only got a limited time. God bless you. We'll see a bunch of the week at the function this weekend. The rest of you guys over in Australia, have a great FEC in Melbourne. Have a wonderful time. We'll look forward to seeing you guys soon. The Haven team, we're looking forward to seeing you guys next time we get together. We love you. Man, what a life we've got. We're going to be working with Bill and Janice up there on April 8 and 9, I think it is, the weekend of April 8th. We're going to be joining them up in their function in Vancouver. Hopefully you guys will all be there. We're going to have a fantastic time in April, and we'll probably be back in Vegas in January. So you guys are awesome. Thanks for listening, and I hope it helps. God bless you. Let's make this the greatest years of our life. All right, guys. See you soon. God bless you, and good morning or good night. How do they say in Japan? Ohayo gozaimasu. See ya.